mistakenly believing that these actions are the key to harmony and affection. Many fall into common traps. But what if I told you there's a wisdom dating back thousands of years that suggests a different approach? Yes, I'm talking about Stoicism. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Stoic philosophy to uncover 6 principles you should never compromise for women or anyone else. This isn't about blaming or suggesting you shouldn't care about the women in your life. On the contrary, it's about understanding how to care in a way that's healthy, respectful to both you and them, and ultimately more fulfilling. Imagine this. You've canceled plans you were excited about because she hinted she wanted to do something else. You've twisted your values to match hers even when it felt wrong. Or maybe you've lost touch with friends because she didn't like them. Sounds familiar? These scenarios don't lead to the healthy, balanced relationships we crave. Instead, they pave a one-way street to resentment and loss of self. But fear not, because Stoicism offers a guiding light. Let's explore how to navigate the complexities of relationships without losing yourself in the process. Ready? Let's embark on this journey together. 1. Don't sacrifice your personal freedom. In the throes of passion or the desire to please, it's alarmingly easy to compromise our autonomy. You might cancel plans you were looking forward to, suppress your interests, or even alter your viewpoints to align with someone else's expectations. It feels like love, but is it really? Stoicism invites us to question these sacrifices. Are we giving up our personal freedom for affection, or are we nurturing a relationship where both individuals can flourish independently? Your integrity and freedom are priceless. When you trade them for someone's approval, you're not just losing a part of yourself, you're also setting a precedent for the relationship that's unsustainable and unhealthy. Relationships, according to Stoicism, should not be about losing oneself, but rather about mutual growth, respect, and understanding, all grounded in the freedom to be oneself. So, before you bend your will to fit into someone else's world, pause and reflect. Are you acting out of love and respect? Or are you sacrificing your autonomy out of fear and the need for approval? Remember, a relationship built on mutual respect for each other's freedom and individuality is not just strong, it's enduring. Let's not trade our priceless freedom for fleeting approval. Instead, let's strive for relationships that honor and celebrate our autonomy, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. 2. Don't neglect your personal development on her behalf. It may seem pointless, but it's very important. Imagine for a moment you're on a path, your path, winding through a forest dense with life's demands and expectations. Each step forward is a step towards self-improvement, wisdom, and ultimately virtue. Now, imagine constantly stepping off your path to tread someone else's, putting their needs and goals above your own. It's not just a detour, it's a diversion from your personal growth. This, Epictetus would argue, is a misuse of our capacity for reason and a neglect of our personal development. In relationships, especially those where we might find ourselves overly invested in pleasing a partner, it's crucial to remember this Stoic lesson. Compromising your own development or putting someone else's needs constantly above your own can hinder your progress and lead to a loss of self. The Stoics didn't preach self-improvement as a means to a selfish end, but as a way to become better humans for ourselves and those around us. By neglecting our personal growth, we're not just stalling on our path, we're also depriving our partners of the best version of ourselves. How can we truly contribute to the happiness and well-being of others if we're not cultivating our own virtue and wisdom? Epictetus's teachings remind us that the focus on self-improvement and wisdom isn't a solitary pursuit, but one that enriches our interactions and relationships. It's about striking a balance, ensuring that while we're supportive and caring, we're not sacrificing our own growth at the altar of someone else's needs. 3. Don't lose your independence. Seneca, with his incisive wisdom, cautioned us against allowing our peace and happiness to become overly dependent on external factors, including relationships. This isn't to say that we shouldn't cherish and nurture our connections with others, but rather that we should not anchor our entire sense of self-worth or happiness to them. Consider the image of a tree. It may lean towards the sun, enjoy the benefits of the rain, and even support other life forms. Yet its growth, strength, and very survival depend on its roots and the nourishment it draws from within the soil. Similarly, when we tether our happiness or self-worth to someone else, we're like a tree that relies on an external source for its stability. The moment that source wavers, we risk toppling over. Seneca's warning invites us to deepen our roots, to find strength and nourishment from within ourselves. Cultivating independence is not about isolating ourselves or eschewing emotional connections. On the contrary, it's about building a foundation so strong within ourselves that our relationships become sources of joy and growth rather than crutches or cages. It means engaging deeply with our interests, pursuing our goals, and cultivating a sense of self that is resilient in the face of life's inevitable changes and challenges. Finding contentment within is a journey, one that requires introspection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to face our own shadows. It's about acknowledging our desires, fears, and dreams, and understanding that while others can complement our journey, they cannot be our sole path to fulfillment. This internal contentment becomes a wellspring of strength, not just for ourselves but also for our relationships. When we're not looking to someone else to fill our voids, we engage with them from a place of completeness, not lack. 4. Don't compromise your core values. Your core values are the fundamental beliefs that guide your actions and decisions in life. Compromising these values to please your partner or to avoid conflict can lead to internal discord and a sense of inauthenticity. Stoicism emphasizes living in accordance with one's principles and maintaining integrity regardless of external pressures. When you compromise your core values, you may find yourself feeling lost, confused, and resentful over time. This can erode self-respect and damage the trust and authenticity that form the foundation of a healthy relationship. It's essential to communicate your values clearly and stand firm in them, even if it means facing difficult conversations or disagreements. True compatibility and mutual respect in a relationship are built on the understanding and acceptance of each other's core values. By adhering to your principles, you foster a relationship based on honesty and integrity, where both partners can grow and thrive while staying true to themselves. 5. Don't neglect self-care. In the rush to meet the needs and expectations of your partner, it's easy to neglect your own self-care. This includes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining our health and well-being as essential components of a virtuous life. When you constantly put your partner's needs above your own, you risk burnout, resentment, and a decline in your overall health. This isn't sustainable and can ultimately harm the relationship you are trying to nurture. Self-care is not selfish. It's a necessary practice that allows you to be your best self for those around you. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Ensure you are taking time to exercise, eat well, rest, and engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. By prioritizing your own well-being, you not only improve your quality of life, but also set a positive example for your partner. A healthy, well-balanced individual contributes positively to any relationship, making it stronger and more resilient. 6. Don't ignoring reason for passion. Imagine your relationship as a voyage. Passion can be the wind in your sails, propelling you forward with exhilaration and speed. However, without the rudder of reason to guide you, that same wind could send you crashing into the rocks. Stoics like Epictetus taught that we should not be slaves to our impulses but masters of them, steering our lives with wisdom and foresight. This doesn't mean stifling our desires, but understanding them, questioning them, and aligning them with our deeper values and goals. In the throes of a passionate relationship, it's easy to let emotions dictate our actions, to make compromises that conflict with our core beliefs, or to ignore red flags that we would have noticed if not blinded by passion. Here lies the wisdom of the Stoics. They remind us that reason should be the lens through which we examine our feelings, ensuring that our actions and relationships are not just reactions to fleeting emotions, but choices made with clarity and foresight. This Stoic. In relationships, the wisdom of Stoicism provides invaluable guidance, encouraging us to maintain our integrity, prioritize personal growth, and respect our individual freedoms. By following all these lessons, we build healthier, more fulfilling connections. Relationships should be grounded in mutual respect and understanding, where both partners support each other's independence and growth. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we learn that true harmony and affection stem from authenticity, self-respect, and the courage to remain true to oneself. Embrace these principles, and you will foster relationships that not only survive, but thrive, rooted in mutual respect and enduring love.